The Bible is for me.
I think I'm ready when you're ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm warmed up.
You look warmed up.
It's Florida in the summertime. Of course I'm warmed up.
My heavens, is it Florida in the summertime?
Wee!
Hot stuff outside lately.
Yeah, it's a little muggy. My daughter has gotten into collecting water here lately.
Oh, wow.
Which is good because there's like kind of a drought happening here.
There is.
But we have buckets all over our backyard.
Like rain water? She's catching rainwater?
Yeah, she's catching rainwater. And she's so excited to catch rainwater.
We got a plan for it or just sort of?
Yeah, she'll because it started with, hey, there's a drought. We got to be really careful with even watering like the plants. We have to be really like,
right.
Don't just spray the whole thing. Like, be conservative with how we use our water. And then then it rained one day, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna. It's a lot of rain. I should collect it in a bucket. Dad, can I have your Home Depot bucket?" I said, "Go to town."
Yeah.
And now she's got all the little play buckets and everything in the backyard, and they're all full. They're just full of water because it like dumped rain last night and the night before. She doesn't know what to do with it. I'm like, well, you don't need to water it now because everything's been watered pretty well.
Sure.
But she'll hang on to it for like a week and just spray it as the week goes on.
This is a good Florida lesson to teach her about mosquitoes.
I know. It's so tight. So like I have already taught her about standing water and mosquitoes, and so I'm like, yeah, we got to get this out, like, get it out to the plants. Wait a little bit, maybe we can water the inside plants. But I've got a little conservationist.
I love that
in my house. That's great.
I love that.
And surprisingly, there's a lot of water you can collect during a rainstorm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Florida is Florida-ing because it was like drought. We're on drought alert, and I'm not tracking the rainfall, specifically. But then it was like drought. Everybody was scared. Thunderstorm 5 days in a row.
Flood warning.
Like more water than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
No medium.
No.
Woke up in the middle. I haven't woken up by a storm in many, many years, and we got a lightning strike so close to us. And
that's exciting.
I woke up and I was like, we need it. We need it.
And that's how you know you're old.
I went back to bed. Welcome to a podcast where we discuss weather.
Uh-huh.
That's not real. Welcome to the Bible's Funny Podcast. I'm Anthony, and that's Tim. If you're new here, we're so glad that you're here today on this very special day.
It is.
It's kind of an emotional day for you and me.
Yeah. I cried a little bit this morning and yesterday.
Today. This is a segment we like to call Christian Movie Club. Welcome to the club where we discuss Christian movies. Mm-hmm. And today we did one. Father's Day is coming up, and we stumbled on this movie from an actor. We were kind of doing some background, and without further ado,
T.C. Stallings, man, he's just connecting us to everywhere we need to be in life.
That's correct. And it led us here today to this moment where we have separately consumed, and we come here together today to discuss My Daddy Is in Heaven.
Oh, so touching to talk about your dad being dead. In light of that, in light of all of that, because this is sort of our Father's Day kind of episode, I got you a gift.
You got me a gift?
I got you a gift, and you don't know about this. So
I don't know anything about this. I'm really nervous.
So it's a hat, because you can tell. But I saw this thing, and I said, I don't want you to get the wrong impression. I got this because it's so dumb. I knew you would wear it. So this is for you.
It's a corduroy hat.
It's a corduroy. It's a corduroy hat that says "Rad
Tim!
Dad." You're not gonna put it on now.
Right now. Yeah,
oh wow.
Absolutely is.
Aunt.
Absolutely is.
You look great. It fits you so perfectly.
Rad Dad.
That's you. Because not only do I think you're a rad dad, but again, it was so dumb. I knew you'd wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Man, I feel empty-handed.
No, you earned this. This is about you today.
Oh, thank you, Tim.
And yeah.
I appreciate that. It is our Father's Day episode, and quick show of hands, whose father has died here today?
Oh, all of us.
Boom. That's what brings us to My Daddy Is in Heaven, Christian movie that we thought would heal old wounds or maybe open up some new ones. And that's the journey of life that we're all on together. A safari, some say. So today we review this movie. Tim, what do the people need to know about My Daddy Is in Heaven before we get started?
My Daddy's in Heaven is a 2017 film with a 1 hour, 30-minute-ish runtime. Very consumable. Thank you for keeping it fairly short.
Nice and tight.
Film was written by Waymon Boone, and that is Waymon. I'm not saying Raymond wrong. Waymon Boone, Joseph Nasser, and Noel Nelson. Directed also by Mr. Waymon Boone.
Yeah.
I looked up all the stuff that they've done and been connected with. I am not going to bother reading that because you have never heard of any of it. Sorry.
Nobody's suing the devil or whatever that one was.
Right. No, you've never heard of any of these things. I looked up the gross dollar amount that it made at the box office, and my answer I got was My Daddy Is in Heaven had a limited theatrical run and was primarily released direct to video. Shocking. Because of this specialized release, global box office figures were never widely reported or tracked by major industry metrics. So, sorry guys, we don't know anything about it.
My daddy is in heaven, and so are my treasures.
Keep them there.
Think
Keep them there,
about
folks.
Let that sink in.
The film stars Corbin Burnson as Vernon.
Yeah, this is a name.
Okay, Corbin Burnson's the name. He's been around forever. He's got like 274 acting credits on IMDb.
Yeah.
I most famously know him. He got kicked off in the mid 70s. He's done just everything.
Yeah.
I best know him as Dorn in Major League movies. He is.
Yeah,
he's tough. He's gruff. He's fun. He's mean, and I love him. But he's in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Zodiac. He also kind of took a turn in part of his career, and he did Christian Mingle, and then God's Club, and then this one, and he's been in L.A. Law and Baywatch and Seventh Heaven. The dude's been around for forever.
Christian Mingle. I don't remember. We saw that one.
Did we? I thought I blocked it out.
You probably did. Who was Corbin and Christian Mingle?
I don't know.
It was probably her dad.
Now he's in heaven. Film stars Lane Garrison as Adam Smith. He was in Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, if you remember him. He was in Prison Break and NCIS. So he's been in some stuff.
Those are things.
Yeah. I mean, Shooter is one of the. Well, it's a fun action one.
Yeah.
It's. Jen Gotzon plays Becca Smith. She was in the movie Sunrise in Heaven, which sounds terrible, and I assume that means you're going to make me watch it. She was in God's Not Dead.
How is sun spelled?
It's S-U-N, so not really the religious way. Okay. She was in God's Not Dead 2 and Princess Cut. So we've seen her.
And this was who
this
played
is Becca.
Yeah,
this is the main.
That makes sense. I'm starting to recognize faces.
I know this is the worst.
You're someone.
I'm recognizing these movie titles and I'm recognizing these faces, and I blame you for all of this.
Well, in fairness, you watched a chunk of God's Not Dead 2 without my prodding.
I don't know which. I thought I watched God's Not Dead, The Reaper Awakens or something. I don't know which one I watched.
God's Not Dead, The Reaper Awakens.
It's got to be a real one. But yeah, she's the one. Becca here, Smith, reminds me of Kristen Bell a little bit. She's kind of trying to be a little bit of a Kristen Bell.
I see that.
Jill Morrison as June. She's been in some Hallmark movies, and see if you can catch a theme here. Christmas Time is Here. You, Me, and the Christmas Tree. Sugar and Spice Holiday. Which I don't know which holiday. But Forever Christmas. Marrying Father Christmas. The Sweetest Christmas. Family for Christmas. A Cookie Cutter Christmas. Christmas Miracle. The Christmas Claus.
Yeah.
These are some movies, if you caught the drift.
I think if you have red hair, they're like, it would be great for the aesthetic of Christmas.
Can you wear a green dress? Do you have any green dresses?
She's done. Then that character's done.
Done. Costuming done. She was also listed as she started in the film industry playing in Mean Girls, and her character is listed as Crying Girl. So she's in Mean Girls as a crying girl. Yeah, you're gonna act like you remember her. You don't.
No, wait. Is she
Crying Girl?
I'm going back. I want to go back and find. I'm gonna go find
The Crying Girl. Well, yeah, because that's a movie we'll actually watch.
Well, that's a movie I've definitely seen and multiple times.
But you've seen Princess Cut, and so have I. And I'm not going back to see who she was in Princess Cut.
She was in Mean Girls. Okay. Man, okay.
Don't think too hard about it.
My mind is spinning. This is like when we found out that one guy was on Saved by the Bell.
No, I promise. Oh, right.
It just awakens. I want to go find it now.
Yeah.
It's a little treasure hunt.
The Reaper Awakens. That's a different movie. Film stars Lee Benton as Madge, the silly Madge.
Yeah.
She was actually born in Tampa. And Daddy's in Heaven is the last movie I see her with credits on, but she was on Bold and the Beautiful, in Even Stevens, and Fantasy Island, and she was even in Scarface.
Let's go, 813.
Yeah. Jim E. Chandler as Nick. He's in a couple of Law and Orders, which works out because he was a cop. Mark. I'm not even going to read that one. It was so dumb. And then finally, T.C. Stallings as Jason.
TC?
He's got a name.
Love TC.
Somehow his character got a name. He is, of course, Tony Jordan from War Room. He's in Courageous as the violent gang member. God's Compass, A Question of Faith, Writing Faith, Ordinary Things, Cover Me, God's Compass. Oh, sorry. I just copied and pasted what I did from the last movie. We did all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's helpful for you. Work smarter.
Worked out nicely.
If you're new to the podcast, we have a working theory that all of TC's characters exist in the same. These are all parallel universe of TC's characters, whether it's Courageous or War Room or he stole the movie. Spoiler alert in this one. Yeah, for real. Okay, so that's a little background for the film. I'm going to give you another thing. We've got some more coming from Tim here in a second, but this is a movie based on a kid's book, which is based on a true story. So we're going to go a little further, going to give you some reviews, going to get into it here in a second. But I'll give my little spiel here. This does feel like at the base of this somewhere is a family who had a real thing happen, and we don't know the details of that. We don't know anything about what's going on there. Then that experience led to a book. That book led to this movie. So it's a little game of telephone that got us to where we are. We're going to be discussing the movie here, which from a brief amount of research I did find out involves the same character. These are the same names as the people involved. But I want to be very, very clear. We don't know the people involved. So this is about the characters that were represented in the film My Daddy Is in Heaven. There's an actual AC, there's an actual Becca, and I have no reason not to believe they're lovely people trying to help people going through hard times. That's great. This movie is what we're going to discuss here today. So when we say AC or Becca or what was the Adam, this is as they were given to us via the film. We don't, but it's. I just always like to say this in these because they are real people's names. So when I say Becca did this, Becca the character did. Becca the person.
When you say Becca is the worst.
That may or may not be said, and I want to make sure that we have a line
not
drawn.
The person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If there was a character named Tim Wyckoff out there, and I wouldn't want you to be held responsible. This is sort of like my wife's dreams, where Anthony, myself.
Wait, I'm in your wife's dream?
Well, we're going to talk about that later. But there is a character version of me that lives in my wife's dreams that does things. And I'm always having to remind her, those are different people. I'm sleeping next to you. You can wake up and see me. Whoever's in here is not me.
You think the one in her head that's played by you is played by like Tobey Maguire or something? Or like a Jake Gyllenhaal. I think
the good dreams, it's they're played by, what's my guy? He's in Devil Wears Prada, Stanley Tucci. The good dreams, I'm played by Stanley Tucci. Maybe the bad dreams, I'm Tobey Maguire.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where I'm. She has all these recurring dreams of me. I have to. I'm held accountable in the morning. I try to make my coffee and get in the silent treatment. And I don't want AC and Becca and Adam to go through the same thing. Okay, so Tim, now that we've got a little bit more background, we're
Adam's.
Adam route, yeah. Any reviews that you need to?
Oh yeah. 4 out of 10. They're kind of. I would say they're kind of all over the place. I struggled a little bit to find one that was positive. 4 out of 10, too much overacting. We tried to watch all the way, but couldn't get past the terrible acting. Scenes were long and boring and didn't keep the movie moving forward. I've lost both my parents. I know how much it hurts to lose a loved one. The story did not cut it for us because of how terrible the acting was.
No!
So I'm going to give the book a try. So there's a plug kind of for the book.
Ooh.
Nice enough to give a 4 out of 10.
Making a whole movie on a kid's book. I'm assuming a lot of what happened in the bar was not in the kid's book. I haven't read it.
I don't know. I haven't read the book. 1 out of 10. Meh. Couldn't stick with it is the title.
Okay.
Melodrama at its best. Character development is missing. It's difficult to care about any of them. Plot is weak. Everyone grieves at some time, and everyone questions their faith.
Ooh.
Yeah. Another one.
That was written by the Tobey Maguire version of me, by the way, for sure.
1 out of 10. Bad acting. Good storyline. From what I watched. Parentheses 45 minutes is all I could take. I would say this acting is really bad. That's all caps. I like Christian-based movies. Did you read this? And made the assumption that since Corbin Burnson was in it, it would be good. My mistake. But then I did find one, 10 out of 10. Love lost, faith regained. God has many surprises in store throughout our life. Some most definitely can be tragic and heartbreaking. God will put you through different tests. You just have to find your way through. God loves you.
This woo-woo, not written by Wayman.
No, there was another one that was like very technical, and it wrote out every plot line. It was like the whole description of the movie, and it said 10 out of 10. And I'm like, Wayman?
It's Wooey Wayman.
Wayman, is that Wooey you?
It's Wooey Wayman.
It's Wooey him. Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Okay, now how about a summary for we're turning the corner now. The background has been done. We're going to discuss the film.
And this one, I have to say, it's not just a synopsis, because there wasn't really one. IMDb even said, like, hey, we got nothing for this one.
Really?
Which makes sense. Wow. This was a little sloppy, and I'll get into that. But there's no like synopsis written by the movie makers. In fact, they didn't even, I don't even think they submitted like a full character list because the list in IMDb doesn't match up with what's in the credits.
Oh, no.
I know. It's weird. So I have to say now, spoiler alert, because this kind of gives away the movie, and we don't usually do this. I'm just gonna say it and read it.
Okay.
And then yours obviously is more detailed, so we'll get into that.
What's interesting is there are so many ways a story called "My Daddy Is in Heaven" could go. That it's interesting. But anyway, go ahead.
It could be about Jesus, and Jesus could be talking about Father God. Daddy's in heaven. IMDb synopsis-ish says, Becca, Adam, and their 5-year-old daughter, AC, are a perfect family until a tragic accident during a July 4th celebration kills Adam. Struggling with grief, Becca decides she needs to leave the family farm and all its memories. She leaves AC with her grandfather, Ben. Oh, that's his name? No, that's not right. And visits her friend from school, June. With the best intent, June offers Becky plenty of distraction from her family life. Fueled by her anger and God at the loss of faith, Becky starts drinking and making other self-destructive choices.
Oh, no.
After Becky's arrested, Ben threatens to keep AC until Becky is back on track. A chance encounter with a bus station with a traveler gives Becky what she needs to restore her faith and reunite with her family. And
that is eerily similar to what I have prepared for the people.
Yeah.
No.
Right. That's the movie.
Yeah.
So Corbin Burnson is listed as Vernon, his character name.
Right.
But then they're called Ben here. But then like there's another character later on in the movie called Vernon.
I was
weird.
also confused on that. I don't think Corbin's name is Vernon.
Yeah. Now that I'm realizing it, because I even wrote a note like, why did they name this other side character the same name as Vernon? But I read Vernon first.
Right.
Anyway, that's on me for not paying attention. But
no, I went back several times, and because this movie requires ads to watch, it's hard to kind of scrub for what I'm trying to get somebody to call him not dad or grandpa.
Right.
And I think that's correct. I think his name is probably Ben, not Vernon.
We never, but I don't remember hearing it at all.
No. And he is listed publicly, like his face, picture, character
as Vernon.
Vernon.
Yeah.
Maybe he was in a wig and he played Vernon as well. I don't know.
No, that guy, that character. Well, I'll get into that.
Okay. All right. So there were spoilers in there. I'll put the link in the show notes. You can watch this on Roku TV or Pluto TV. Shouts out some of our side chicks. Tubi's our main place for movies. Pluto and Roku also have some solid Christian movies.
And we'll PureFlix it whenever we need to. Whenever we know we're going to church the next day.
Yeah.
We don't want to feel guilty about it.
That's right. You can watch the movie there. About 90 minutes, a little less. Some spoilers have already been given out. I'm about to give more. If you don't want to watch the movie, you can just track with the rest of the pod here. We're going to talk you through major bullet points of how the plot goes. If you do want to watch the movie, you can go watch it right now, and then you can have consumed it and be a part of the discussion in that way. So I'll give you a minute to make your choice here before we continue. Yeah.
I think they're gone.
I think there's one more person, and I'm going to wait. Just kidding.
That's where we should run ads now.
That would be a good spot for ads. Pluto TV, hit us up. Okay. My daddy is in heaven. Mm-hmm. Traditionally, the 4th of July is a time for dancing and exchanging gifts. But for one family, it's a time of tragedy. And no, this was not an alcohol-induced tragedy. Fireworks were not involved. It was, yet again, a life lost too soon because of an untightened lug nut on a four-wheeler. The community is devastated when young Adam is pronounced dead at the scene. And then again when he's pronounced dead in the ambulance. And then again a few weeks later when he's pronounced dead in the hospital. His wife, Becca, does the only thing a young mother can do in this impossible situation and plans an open-ended girls' trip with her high school bestie, leaving her young daughter, AC, in the hands of her grandfather. The two of them help each other through this difficult time. Grandpa Vernon teaches AC about God, and AC tries to teach Grandpa Vernon how to do addition and subtraction. Maybe Grandpa Ben, I don't even know. Becca leaves the farm angry at God, but after attempting to flirt with Lin-Manuel Miranda, assaulting a police officer, and watching a man overdose on a bus, she decides it's time to go home. July 4th is saved, the family is reunited, and Becca is menacingly clutching her cross necklace and giggling like the villain doll in Toy Story 4. That's the whole story.
That's the story.
It was a winding one.
Yeah, we did a lot of things in this movie.
Yeah. Give me something that was shocking to you.
Oh, geez. There's a lot. I said most shocking was Madge and her Jello pot pie. Yeah. So that grossed me out. So she serves, for context, the kid and AC and then the grandpa Ben, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
This Jello pot pie and then this sweet. What was it? The spaghetti? Yeah, sweet spaghetti or something.
Yeah.
And so shocking that. Well, first that scene itself was shocking, but are they hinting that she just has dementia? That she's going downhill and not doing very well right now, where she's doing some weird stuff. But it was shocking that they kind of seemed to hint that. That's what I would assume. It's not like she's a bad cook. She's putting goldfish in her cereal or something. She's not okay, and they're not addressing that. They're not helping her. Meanwhile, Becca is losing her mind.
Right. I have to say I had a pretty built out fan theory on Madge.
Okay.
So Madge is in the home, pretty comfortable in the home of this widower. Mm-hmm. She was his wife's best friend for a long time. She's kind of walking around the house in an apron. She's not a good cook. Nobody wants to eat her food, but she's I got definite vibes. She's staying in that house.
Yeah.
Madge and Grandpa have formed a new relationship.
A union. Yeah, we know that.
That was what I thought was gonna. Madge ends up calling Becca all upset.
Right.
Okay, Madge and Grandpa Vernon Ben, you guys need to fess up to the community here at what's really going on, because Madge is not sashaying around this house in an apron. She doesn't get. Nobody eats the food she makes. She's not here to cook. It's kind of what I'm getting at.
I mean, she's kind of here to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. There's cooking going on. Mm-hmm. It's not going on in the kitchen.
Yeah. I like there's a point where Madge was like, "Hello, Becca." Like she calls her
super mad,
like so mad, and Becca's like, "Hello," and she's like, "Why don't you answer my calls?" And you're like, "Well, technically, she just answered. You're on a call with her,
right? You
can't say you never answer my calls while you're on the phone with when you called them." She's losing it.
I can't give that as a word of advice strong enough. If you are on the phone with someone and one of your first talking points is I called you earlier and you didn't answer, skip it. 15 seconds ahead. We don't need to do this. Mm-hmm. If you've been in that situation, I'm always like, correct. Now I'm talking to you now. Do we need to talk about all the preamble to the conversation, or could we just have the conversation we're supposed to have?
I like to recap how we got here. Well, you called me earlier, and then
so
I was working, and then
back.
When I called you back, I think I was in a. I think I kind of butt dialed you back because I was trying to see if it was like the text, and then you called me back right away, but I couldn't talk then, so then when I called you back, finally it was too late, and so then you called me this morning, and so
I started to text you, and then I thought I texted you.
Hey, I gotta go. I just took. I got a call.
Now I have a meeting. Yeah, that's a real pain point for me. But yeah, I thought that was an underlying. Madge and Grandpa Vern and Ben are getting together, and maybe together, sort of dissolving, and the brain space is going somewhere else because Grandpa Vern and Ben can't do simple math anymore, and Madge is putting Jell-O in everything. And then at one point there was a funny comment where they're like, Madge made dessert, and they were like, "Yeah, Madge made dessert." Well, if Madge's issue is she puts Jell-O in everything, I mean, this would be the one time,
right?
I would say, "Oh, we gotta really."
Unless it's just Jell-O.
It's probably just she put Jell-O in the Jell-O. Is that what you're rocking with for most shocking?
Yes.
Was Madge's
just
mental deterioration?
Madge in general, but there was a whole sad sitch.
Okay, I have two. I have one is like a functional plot point. I'm genuinely curious your answer to this question. Where did June live?
In the big city.
Just happened.
Big one. Down the road, just a bus ride away from.
I thought I heard someone say New York at some point.
I don't know. No way.
And then it was like, it's a big city, but it's still, everyone's a cowboy at this country bar.
Right. I imagine they're in Texas somewhere. It's got to be Fort Worth, you know.
I was confused. I just didn't.
Big city.
It was a bus ride away.
Might have been Galveston, the big city.
That was the big city for them. Second question, or second, the most shocking thing, I alluded to it in my summary. How many times we had to watch Adam die? I was like, stop it. We did. He's gone. And then we would.
From the ATV accident, right? Like.
A lot of questions.
Daughter sees the headlights just stay and put, and mom, Becca, automatically knows he must be dead. This is an emergency situation.
How fast is Adam driving an ATV in the dark that there's no other vehicle involved?
And I don't want to get maybe that is how he died.
Right. I don't want to be insensitive to that. ATV accidents are serious. You can really hurt yourself on those things. I totally respect that.
Wear a helmet.
From a visual storytelling perspective, I'd like one or two more clues as to what happened, or less clues. Here's my thing. Like you can have somebody drive, big flash of light, no more questions. Guys passed. I get it.
Wow.
When you go he's there, he's responsive, he's a tire fell off. Like it just was too many weird clues. It wasn't. So then I'm like, oh, okay, he died. I figured it's going to happen based on the title of the movie. Then we're in the ambulance. Okay. And they're like, he's like kind of moving around a little bit there. And but he's like, oh, unfortunately, he's weird. And then you're like, oh, okay. So and then we get to the hospital.
Yeah. And the doc's like, he comes out and you're like, that's the point. They're going to say,
you gotta say,
no, it looks like he's going to make it.
No, I said, man, I don't need his recovery. How many times? This was, how many times?
Yeah.
Just get through the plot point.
I know.
Give me a character you want to see less of.
Oh boy. Okay. This is, I think, the first time I've had a really, this is the closest tie, if not the exact same thing. I just wrote Becca is kind of the worst, like berating the homeless guy, assaulting a police officer,
Yeah, that was bad.
and then I wrote down not much long after. No, June is the worst. Like the best friend from high school. Like couldn't figure out her accent. Is it Texas?
Yeah.
Are we Louisiana? Are we Richmond, Virginia? What's going on? She reminded me a bunch of Cam's sister from Modern Family.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
That's right.
Looks like her, acts like her, overacts like her as well. And I don't say this about people, especially real people, but that character was just too much. She was just too much to handle. It was again, but then like she's awful, but then Becca is the worst. So like, who do I want to see less of?
Right.
I don't know.
It's a toss up for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
it was the whole movie.
That's hard.
It's like Cagney and Lacey kind of two. But they were both awful. The whole movie was about them.
I just was rewatching Modern Family, and Cameron's sister's name is like Mamron or something. It's Cameron with one letter change. It made me laugh out loud when they said it. He said like her full name.
Yeah.
Okay, character I want to see less of was Grandpa Vernon Ben.
Oh no.
Because I just I don't know where he was at. I want to say this in my thought on the whole movie. I just felt like actors were not on the same page with what was going on. And he especially just felt like, I mean, he's the biggest name, so maybe he was like on set the least amount or something. I don't want to like, but I just felt like he was not tracking with everybody. And then there were the quotes, which were tough. We meet this character in the very beginning. He's the host. He's the patriarch of the family, and he's hosting the 4th of July party. And he gives a speech, and he's like, we're still here. We're above ground. Except for my wife, of course, who we lost. I was just like, oh gosh, you didn't have to say that. That was just something that had to be said. Then he's other quotes I want to highlight. He's trying to soothe AC, and he says, "It's not your fault. It's God's plan. Your dad died just a second ago." I was like, okay, I don't know that that's helpful to a little kid. It's not your fault. It's God's fault. Like, that's a weird direct line to draw at this moment. Then he says, while Becca's struggling, God is what gives us greatness, which I just was like, huh?
Yeah.
I don't even know what does that even mean? But I mean, maybe him and Madge were just kind of in like a honeymoon phase, and
I mean, he was having a really hard time with the spreadsheets.
he was so struggling.
He
with
shouldn't be
spreadsheets.
running the business.
But it wasn't the spreadsheets I was worried about. It was looking at a stack of hay bales and going, what's this, 11, 12? And the guy goes, 17.
You sure? Yeah. Stacks of 5.
I get technology can be annoying. Hay bales are hay bales.
This is called counting at this point.
Grandpa, I was struggling with Vernon Ben.
Okay.
Ben Vernon. Give me a character you want to see more of.
Charlie.
Yeah.
100% Charlie.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what he was, like ranch hand, assistant. So all I see is this kid come in, and he's pretty darn funny. Like he's witty. He's
Positive
like,
energy.
good energy. Like probably a closeted kid in rural Texas. And I'm like,
Big
but
vibes
he's
of
staying
that.
strong. And you're like, yeah, dude, what's going on? Tell me more about your backstory. What's happening? Like, what does school look like for you? What are your friends like? What's going on?
He's going to school.
No, I don't know. I want to know how he got here.
Yeah.
Because he was really good. Like he was witty and clever and chatty with Becca, Miss Smith. Like she was a jerk to him, and he kind of responded in. I don't know. He was probably too nice to her, but
Meh.
But I liked him. I liked him as a character.
A character that existed almost entirely on his head popping through a doorway.
Maybe that's why I liked him.
Hey.
I also had an honorable mention. There was a character at the bar named Jasper.
Jasper, the psychic cowboy.
Was he yours? I'm
That's
sorry,
what
I
I
want to
wrote.
take it. Sorry, go ahead.
Jasper, the psychic cowboy. There's like a run. You get like montage. There was a classic montage of the girl besties getting ready and going out on the town. The slow mo of them all dressed up, looking nice, and then of course there's a run of like they're at the bar and they're having fun and they're joking and they're talking with guys and like there's just classic. And then there's a couple like throwaway characters. There's a Becca and Bucky.
There's a lot of throwaway characters.
And then there's like a pig farmer guy. There was the Lin-Manuel Miranda guy who just looked just like him. And then June is approached by Jasper, and Jasper's an older guy, psychic cowboy.
Yeah,
he's like a cowboy, and he's like, I have a sense for people, and one day you're going to be face to face with your own vulnerabilities, and it's going to be a really tough day for you,
and you're going to cry like a baby.
And it was like a series of like jokey like.
Oh yeah, like Becca had gone.
Seen a pig farm?
Right, Becca had gone to the bathroom for whatever reason, and then she comes back, and this guy's talking to her. He reminded me of Sam Elliott.
Yeah, yes.
Got those vibes. I really liked him.
He's a really cool guy. Guy crushed it. I was really pumped on Jasper, the psychic cowboy.
All right.
Big time.
Good. We're on the same page. That's great.
Same page.
Which is going to lead us to the next one, and I don't think you're going to be happy.
Oh, that's funny.
No.
I think you're going to be so happy.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Mm-hmm. So we're going character that I thought was most like Anthony.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't the whole character, but it's the Corbin Burnson. It's grandpa, dad, whoever he is, but it's specifically at party time.
Yeah.
When he's hosting this party, because he's kind of a klutz and dumb in all different areas. But when he's like hosting the 4th of July party,
right?
His sort of dismissal, his readiness to just get to the fun reminded me of you.
Yeah.
And like, I imagine a day in 100 years when Rach passes away and you're out there like setting up this whole host of a big party for 4th of July, a big celebration. You're grilling out, you're setting up fireworks on your farm. And so he like gives a little nod to his wife and he's like, yeah, well, she's dead. And he kind of gives her like a bless her, takes his hat off, looks to the sky. He's like, well, all right, fireworks are 20 minutes. Let's go. And then it's back to party time. And he's like, what's his line? If you don't plan on having fun, go home.
Go home.
Which reminded me of, it felt like something you would say at a big party after your wife passes away.
And like always, I will choose to overlook all the bad parts about the character.
I specifically
just do the part
I specifically mentioned in my notes as the party host. That's like it says right there, but I put Vernon. I don't know what his actual name was.
You reminded me of one of the pigs on the farm because they're good parents.
Specifically, the one that was a good parent.
Well, I thought the character that reminded me of you was Charlie.
Thank you.
Your character you loved, and it was because of a lot of the things you mentioned. The part I wanted to key on was that Charlie's role in this operation was to point out flaws in the system, and everybody hated him for it.
Right.
So it was like, so your dad he will sometimes make orders and doesn't put them in the computer, and he doesn't know how to use the computer, and that's a flaw in the system. And they're mad at Charlie for it. And he didn't. Charlie's like, oh, I don't own the farm, actually. I'm not the owner. I'm just telling you where the flaw is. And then the dad is like, what happened, Charlie? What's going on? He's like, oh, well, you didn't do them in the computer, remember? So I fixed the ones I could. I went in the computer and fixed ones, but in your handwriting stuff, I can't go back and fix those things. And everyone's just mad. And there again, it's always we're mad at Charlie. The answer is we're mad at Charlie.
Right.
And that's a tough role. And I feel like you're in that spot a lot where you're like, here's why the system's not working. And everyone's mad at you. And
man, thank you, Aunt.
Yeah.
You see me.
Well,
you're a true rad dad,
just like a pig on a farm.
Listen, I get it. We're 2 films in a row. You don't like the character that reminds me of you.
All right, give you.
Maybe if you had me watch like not crappy movies, I could find some characters that actually remind me of you.
I'll start with my low point, so you can take your drink. And there's a couple, not major. I'll say. One of them I'll throw out, and I want to be careful because this is a person's real name. But the character named AC, the whole movie, I was like, am I here? Is it Macy? Lacey? Gracie? It's just AC.
AC.
And so maybe a low point is just my own not hearing that correctly, but that threw me.
I mean, the one true AC to me is AC Slater.
AC Slater. Okay, more significant low points. Becca asking questions in the ambulance. If you get in the ambulance for any reason, with someone who is in the need of the critical care. Not a time for questions.
No.
I understand it's a scary situation. But we'd really love the people in the ambulance focused on the task at hand.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see a guy who's like doing all these things, and Becca's like, "What's that you're giving him?" Oh, wait one second. Oh, so what this is, in his case, there's some blood loss.
This is a teaching ambulance.
This kind of gives you... No, Becca, stop it. Becca, there's a job at hand. You can get in the ambulance. You can't ask questions right now.
No.
Let's wait till things level out. And she kept asking questions. And I was like, oh, this is really stressing me out. And I bet you that's so real. I bet you people... I don't know that maybe they do let a person in the ambulance if it's like a...
I think if you live in the middle of Texas, you kind of do whatever you want. You go in the ambulance. You
don't ask
She
questions.
can't follow the ambulance in the ATV because the wheel fell off.
If there's a plumber at your house fixing a giant active leak, you don't... What's that tool? What's the tool that you're using to...
People do that, though.
Let them finish the job.
Yeah, people be
They're
doing that.
the job. They got to do... It's a problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got to fix it. And then my last one, and this was my true one. There was a song involved in this particular film. Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to say I thought it was more hilarious. When she just commits to drinking and playing pool with this fella, and it's called Chickadee Boom.
Chickadee boom. Oh, yeah. She's that kind of girl. Makes my heart go chickadee boom.
Chickadee Boom.
Yeah.
Chickadee Boom. Makes my heart go chickadee boom. Chick, 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 chick. Chickadee Boom.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is a real...
Oh, yeah. She's that kind of girl. That's...
She's got a big mind.
Yeah.
Was another line from Chickadee Boom.
Chickadee boom.
I don't know if this is available on Spotify. I'm going to check it out after the pod. But Chickadee Boom, wherever you get your music. Honestly, this is a great opportunity to shout out Tyler from Love on the Spectrum, who is a follower of The Bible is Funny.
Oh, yeah.
And a fellow Tampa native. Came out with his new song. And I had just heard that and was like, yeah, I like it. I dig it. I'm all in on his song, Oh Yeah. And then I heard Jiggity Boom use the words, oh yeah. And I was like, no, copyrighted. Those are Tyler's. Put it down.
Maybe that's where
Jiggity Boom.
Tyler got it from. It's 2017.
What was your low point? Sorry, I did a couple.
No, you just like I went ahead and stole some of yours. You stole mine. The low points were the songs, like at the bar and party, like Chickadee Boom. I wrote that on here. That's why I was ready with the lyrics so well. The Cowboy Up song at the beginning, like Cowboy Up. It sounded like. Here's another Arrested connection. It sounded like Joe Bluth singing with Franklin the Puppet.
Yeah.
That's what the Cowboy Up song sounded like. It ain't easy being wild. Like, that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
But this was supposedly like a real song. And then there's credits for it. Like, if you look on IMDb, there are credits for the song, for this Cowboy Up song. Like, it's I don't want to say legit song, but it's real. Somebody took credit for writing it.
Somebody was trying to like low key launch a country. Like they were just kind of throwing a couple lines in the water, if I may use a country phrase.
Yeah, that's called pandering, and they're pretty good at it.
And it was so like on the nose for the moment of the movie. Like it was. So, Cowboy Up, he's a man who loves his family and his country. Cowboy Up, he's a really good guy. His name's Adam. Cowboy Up. Like, whoa, that song worked. How'd you find that for the movie? That's great. Chickadee Boom, she's a girl who's looking for some action. Chickadee Boom.
She's a firecracker.
Making bad decisions. Chickadee Boom.
Gonna fight a cop, gonna beat up a homeless dude. My other low point was the whole when she gets to June's house and June's like, "Hey, come on in, it's time for margaritas," and then she's like, "It's 11 a.m." Which, first of all, I don't have a problem with a margarita at 11 a.m. If it's a holiday, maybe you got the whole weekend. I don't know if you're at the lake. Do whatever. It's fine.
Well, let me
I
tell
wouldn't
you too,
suggest it every day, but
not every day. But we've been talking about this. I'm more likely at 11 than I am at 7. Because at 7, I'm like, it's too late. Now I'm
bedtime.
My tummy's going to be grumbly by the time I go to bed.
Right. Get your 11 o'clock margarita, fall asleep for a hour and a half, and then wake up and
you got time to process?
eat a burrito. There was that, but then she comes in and then she's like, just the whole offering of alcohol scene, which again, I don't have a problem with it. But the joke like wouldn't let up.
No.
When she's like, no, can I just have some juice, some orange juice? And she's like, oh, a mimosa?
Yeah.
No, not a mimosa, just orange juice. Oh, you mean like with the champagne?
Yeah.
No, just juice. Okay. Would you just want the champagne? No, I don't want just the champagne. And then it goes, I'll just have a water. Oh, you mean water with vodka and lime? And you're like, we get it. You want a drink. There's got to be another way to. It's
right.
Like, figure it out. Is this a joke time or what's going on?
And we're not, water and vodka is not a thing.
No. Oh yeah, what was the other one? She said
warm water with bourbon.
Oh yeah, the hot water with bourbon. If you're making a hot toddy or something, sure. I can come up with recipes.
This thing didn't work.
No.
And then they played it sometimes with jokes. We know this. Sometimes you can play it out and then it does work the 10th time.
Yeah.
This was not one of those jokes.
No, not this time.
We get in and get out. Mm-hmm. And yeah. Do you have any other low points? Or was that low points?
Did I have any other low points? Not that I wrote down.
Okay. How about a high point?
Oh my gosh, everything about the scene of the kid ODing on the bus. And I hope I never say that again in my life, but everything about that was wonderful. The dad, Vernon, which was his name, but not the other one. He looked like, I don't know if you picked up on this. I thought he looked like a mix of Michael Douglas and Jeff Daniels. So if you want to go back.
I definitely got Michael Douglas.
Yeah, I actually thought it was Michael Douglas, and then later on thought it was maybe Jeff Daniels. And then, but like, then T.C. Stallings' character, when he like kind of jumps out and he comes to the rescue, he's sitting on the back of the bus. It's like dark angel figure, I guess.
Yeah.
And then kid goes to the bathroom after hearing some terrible news about his dad is trying to get him to go to a rehab or a therapist, and he's like, well, that your drugs aren't going to help me after my mom died and my dad died and my dog died and like everything died in a car accident, I guess.
Yeah.
I think their heads fell off. And then he goes in the bathroom, he does some fentanyl.
Yeah.
Cause that's what he's into. Mm-hmm. And then he passes out on the way back. And then what was it? Someone's like, he needs air. He needs to get out. And then Becca is like, don't move him. You shouldn't move him, which is also not correct. And then this angel guy is like, well, yeah, we shouldn't move him. And then the other guy's like, no, we need to get him out. And he goes, okay.
Yeah.
And he couldn't figure it out. And then in the background, I don't know if you picked up on this, as they get outside of the bus, there's like a background voice, like one of the bystanders. It says this line, he's injected himself with the drugs.
Yeah.
Verbatim, he's injected himself with the drugs.
That's what happened.
If you couldn't pick up on it, that's how the rumors mill keeps moving. And then just the brilliant, as it ends, T.C. Stallings' character,
perfect,
like who, didn't save the kid.
Nope.
He like ushered him.
But didn't he?
No, but good point. He sort of ushers him. He leads this like ODing kid gargling up foam out of his mouth to Jesus somehow to make him just say yes. So the kid says yes to Jesus, goes to heaven as we all watch him die right there from this OD. And then everybody disperses. The bus stays there. Evidently that's criminal evidence, the whole bus is.
Yeah.
So the bus can't drive everybody home. Everybody manages to get home. T.C. Stallings' character, his name is Jason, by the way. I don't think you ever hear anybody call him by that name.
Friends call him Ben.
He grabs his guitar. And like this is
his
the
guitar.
Scene. He grabs his guitar, which we've never seen.
Nope.
There's got a CD kind of sticking out of the back in the like the pocket of the guitar case, and then moseys on into town, away from town. He's just a drifter. He's the angel of death that sort of puts him down.
Yeah.
But he looks back past the tree and gives her a little wink and walks away into the sunset. And you're like, why are you smiling? You just watched a kid OD. What is going on?
Yes.
Are you flirting with her? Is that
big time?
Like what
there is a big tension
happening?
Yeah.
So that was my high point. Everything about that scene, like how we got there, the aftermath, the characters we learned about right in the middle.
That's all exactly correct. It honestly reminded me of we did a skit at one point. It's one of my favorite skits we ever did for this Restoration Fellowship series about a prayer time and how everybody does their prayer, and then the joke was like the last prayer was just like the most impossibly traumatic, like awful situation, and just being like, so could you just pray for that? And then no one wants to do a prayer request after because all of their prayer requests that's what the kid reminded me of.
Oh, that's great. You should link that in the show notes.
I could link it because it's one of my favorite skits. All-time performance from you on that one. But yeah, because I even noted down, it was like my best friend and my girlfriend were in a car together with my dog, so it was like, okay, so like your girlfriend was cheating on you with your best friend also? Is that something you're coming to terms with? Because, and then he's like, they all died, and then my mom died, and then this was his grandpa, I guess, so his dad was in the picture, and he's also on a bus in a version of, why is he on a bus now?
Right.
What is that?
Well, he's got to get to the big city or home from the big city.
Get home in the big city, I guess. It was a mess.
Yeah.
And TC walking away with the guitar case. That was just not mentioned, not necessary. He didn't play the guitar for the kid while he passed.
He reminded me, he was like a Jamie Foxx kind of character.
Oh, yeah,
Death angel. He's in the bus. All of a sudden he leaves. He's gone, but everybody's dead. He killed the guy he needed to.
Song
he takes his guitar.
Playing. Nobody knows where he comes from. Nobody knows. It was great. TC was great. That's such a good scene. My high point was just country sayings that were used throughout this. Let me give you a couple. If somebody, you can use these. I'm going to give those. This is kind of an instructional part of the pod. You can use these in your everyday life. One, somebody's kind of fumbling to say something, you can say, go ahead and spit it out in a cup. And I guess that connects to you're spitting stuff out in a cup. This is from June to Becca. I think you're going to be a bottle of rain on a summer morning. Oh, I don't even really track with.
I don't think they bottle. My daughter bottles.
Maybe your
rain.
daughter would track more with that one. And then this was my personal favorite. This came from June. I know cubic zirconia like I know spam.
Yeah. Really well.
Really well? In the context of the story, it means you know spam really well.
Uh-huh.
And then my question is, how much is there to know? It doesn't seem like a nuanced meat.
It is, though.
I've eaten it.
What's in it?
I had a lot. I guess, yeah. What's in it would be the question. So that was really good. I also really liked June. I think accidentally makes just such a dynamite point. Like Becca's struggling with loss and says something like I just, if I hadn't sent him away, he wouldn't have had that accident, which I assume is a thing people really deal with. And June's response is like, well, my mom died in a bathtub, so I guess by your logic, she was never supposed to bathe. And I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, it kind of checks out. Like it ends the conversation in the movie, and you are kind of like, yeah, I guess. So what you're saying is like, well, if my mom had never taken a bath, then she would have still been alive. She should have just never taken a bath in her whole life.
If her answer was, I never should have tried to change the tire on the ATV myself when I didn't really know what I was doing, and then not told anybody and not asked for help. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
You should feel guilty
That's
for.
different than your daughter going, well, I killed Dad because I was cold.
Man, as dumb as this movie is, she dropped that line and I felt a real thing.
Really?
I did. I was like, I hate how manipulatable I am. She was like, I wish I wasn't cold. That's why Dada's in heaven.
I mean, did they explain what heaven, like, she kept saying in the film.
Yeah.
We're jumping to the end, I think.
So those are my highlights. Also, I want to say this before we get to the end, which will, impact the end a little bit. And this is what I alluded to this with the actors in the movie. Becca was sold out. She's accused of overacting many times. Becca was trying to win an Oscar in this movie. Like, she was in every single scene. And I just would posit, I wonder, her energy was not matched by any other character.
You don't think she was matched by June?
I think June was trying to meet her there. I think that was a writing issue of June was like...
I think June was trying to get
we were confused
up to the top.
As what June was doing. I think narratively we were supposed to not like June, but it was like impossible not to like June because she was like kind of the only one.
Watch me.
But you know what I'm saying? Like based on the story, it's like she's taking care of her friend. She's like actually showing up for her friend. Her dad was yelling at her at the house because... and saying offering God gives greatness as the only solution. So it was like, well, June is at least like trying to help her. Anyway, I just noted like, I don't know if I'm mad at Becca for selling out to every scene or if it just like is on set. It's like, boy, there's this one scene in the hospital where the doctor's like, he's pretty weak. Like he might die. And she's like, he's not weak. He's the strongest man I ever knew. And you're like, I wonder if this was a movie directed by Martin Scorsese and you were delivering this kind of performance, maybe it would work. The problem is the doctor literally did what he's looking pretty weak. It is possible he might die soon. And then you're delivering what
she went up here.
You're so in this. And so I put it in the high point category because I was like, I don't know if I'm mad at Becca for selling out so much as I am the people around her either saying, hey guys, like Becca's bringing great energy. We need to kind of like make this feel more real, or take Becca aside and be like, hey, this nobody's making any money on this. And I need you to go like, you're going too hard and it's making everybody else look bad. You need to go down a level.
I don't think anybody's going to say what you're doing is making everybody else look bad. I've got it.
Also, that doctor needs to be mentioned because she's like, he like his eyelashes move, or like he moved his eyelash, and his like response is like, it's an involuntary movement, idiot. Doesn't mean he's okay, dummy.
Harvest his organs now.
Okay, that's my end of my rant. Okay, how many raised hand emojis out of 5 do you give My Daddy's in Heaven?
Okay, so it's weird because I didn't like this movie in any way.
Okay.
There was you watch this thing, you get done, you're like, what the heck? What happened? Who are these characters? June and Becca, the two main characters we had in this whole film, were the ones I hated the most. I didn't want to see any more of. Right. But then I'm like filling in my like, okay, who's the worst? Okay, well, she was the worst. What was the hype? Oh, but that character was good. That was funny when that happened. That whole death scene in the bus, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like. So I'd give it a 3.
Yes!
Just to say, like, go yes! Watch it. Just
I love that.
It's a circus.
Yes.
It's bad. Don't get me wrong.
Not good.
I have a little side theory where like Becca at the end, I think she really wants to get with Earl, the homeless guy.
Oh.
Yeah, because like Nick comes over and he's like, hey, you want to dance? And she's like, ask me later. And then you get this like real flirty little wave from Earl where she's like, hey, have you ever worked a farm before? And then, okay, sexual innuendo added.
You ever harvested crops?
Right. But then he like comes over and he's like a good looking, now he's all dressed up and he's in great shape, got a beard. Yeah. He just wiped the dirt off his face.
That's it.
And put on some clothes.
Yeah.
I wonder if you put on Adam's clothes. I know.
He's a lot bigger than that.
Well.
It's just a fact. Maybe. I don't think he's fitting in Adam's clothes.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying. But yeah, I wonder if there's a little side story. But I think this is, again, it's not good. It's watchable for the not good stuff.
I could not agree more. I was at like 3.5, almost a 4. This is what I like about people making movies that don't exactly have everything they need to make a great movie. There's an entire scene with Earl where it was clear that the actress that played Becca wasn't available. So there's a dialogue going on and the camera never comes off Earl because we can't see her face because I'm willing to bet $1 jillion that's not Becca in that shot. It's just another woman wearing a dress and you can kind of see her. They picked up where they made original music because I'm sure they couldn't do royalty. They couldn't do the royalties on music. This is everything right about B movies. Is bizarro scenes.
It was so sloppy. Like it was kind of fun. Like, okay, Lorenzo Lamas. Do you know who he is? He's an old school actor, almost like a Kevin Sorbo when Kevin Sorbo played Hercules.
Okay.
Lorenzo Lamas played multiple big characters, but like the show Renegade, where he was this like detective cop on a motorcycle, outlaw. Like
Probably followed the rules.
he didn't. That's the thing.
What?
But like he's a well established actor. He's been around for so long. Good looking dude.
Yeah.
So he's in the film, and he is Jimmy, the guy who like gives her the Bible.
Jimmy Urban.
Yeah. He's not listed in the credits either. And I looked this up. I was like, why is he not listed?
Perfect.
Like, why would he not be listed? And the only explanations I could see out there on the internet were like, well, IMDb gets their list from the production company who like does the film, or they're pulling them directly from the credits in the movie. Good luck.
Yeah.
I think the same problems that Charlie had with the organization on the farm is what the filmmakers had in just keeping plot lines together. And they're like, oh, we could get Lorenzo Lamas. We should write him in as the character who brings a Bible by, and then we don't see him anymore. Let's make a character. I forget his first name. What do you want it to be? I don't know. Let's go. What do you want to call him? Grandpa? Call him Dad?
Okay.
What do you?
I think he was Vernon, right?
Ben. I think. Crap. Checks notes. I don't like this. It was super sloppy, and thus made it kind of more entertaining.
It's produced by three brothers. Like, I don't remember if you mentioned that at the beginning, but the group is called the Blank Group, and it's three brothers that are all there. So it's like, this is I'm so in for this type of thing. It's a mess, and I loved it. You had some big names, kind of half committed. You had some people really selling out, and I bet you it was based on like a 10-page kids book that was what your like launching off point was, and it really was about mama going to the big city to get over her lost loved one. I was here for all of it, especially as someone whose daddy is in heaven. So
happy Father's Day. Yeah.
That matters more. Happy Father's Day, Tim, and happy Father's Day to all of you. Make sure you hug your dad.
I did wear my my national parks hat because me being a dad, because that's what we do with our kids.
That's right. That's right. Those are precious memories they're going to treasure forever.
Instead of this though, I'll wear a helmet when I get on my ATV.
That's a good takeaway from all this, and just tighten up the lug nuts so that the tires stay on the ATV. Oh man, you just reminded me. I can't believe we barely touched on that whole scene with the homeless person, the unhoused person. Excuse me. That was just wonderful.
And her just berating him.
Absolutely berate. It just was. It was a really tough scene, I think, for white women, collectively. Because it was just like, this is just such a bad look. You're like, you think your life's hard? Think about my life and all the places I have to lay my head at night, and the job I have, and everything that's really, by and large, going pretty well for me. But you couldn't understand.
And then she just stomps on his sign.
She stomps on his sign.
Like has a hissy fit on his cardboard sign.
She punches a cop and then is told to go free. It was really just like a tough sequence. But that's what happened. And she was in a tight spot right before that, I guess. I put that out there. She had a brush with a dangerous situation. My Daddy is in Heaven. And then the movie was My Daddy is in Heaven. Thank you for watching. Send us your suggestions for future films on Christian Movie Club to @TheBibleIsFunny on Instagram, every of the social medias. You can email them to me, BibleIsFunny@gmail.com, because we do get them that way as well. Tim, any last words for the people on this, the most sacred of Father's Days?
Nope, got nothing.
If you've got love in your heart, every day can be Father's Day. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with another one real soon. Talk to you then. Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.